Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. I was mentioning to you just now that by the time you complete your school final, the entrance to professional colleges is going to be very tough. It will test your comprehension. It will test your understanding and not merely your memory. Understanding is a function of the mind. Memory is a function of the brain. Unless your mind concentrates, the content of what you see, what you hear will not enter your brain neuron because it is not stored here. You will not be able to recall. Remembering is nothing but storing and retrieving. It is something like you have money, you put it in your pocket. When you put it in your pocket, you are conscious, you put in this pocket and not in this pocket. So when you go to the shop, your mind is conscious, very clear, you put the money here and you give it. Supposing you don't remember, you don't focus, then instead of putting it here, you put elsewhere, you go on searching by the time is out. So your mind has to be alert and your intelligence should be alert as to what is in your mind. What is not in a place, you cannot take it out. Nothing comes out of nothing. If you don't put money here, you cannot take money out. I'm going to explain to you how you should be careful about what enters your mind. I was preparing for this topic with some visuals so that you understand. Let's say that this is a container. A container can contain anything. You can put anything into the container. Your mind is a container. Now let us say I take this and then I put it in my container. Now I should know what is inside. Then I put one more. I put one more. Then I put one more. Then one more. Then I go on, fill it up. Then I look at it, what is there? Then I ask, is that what I want? Now, do I want a black pebble or do I want a green pebble? Or when I put, I should know whether the black pebble is entering or a green pebble is entering. You should know why this analysis is important. You go and ask your mother when she is cooking, she will have the recipe in her mind, or she will have the food, ultimate food that she is going to prepare and put it on your table in your mind to choose a recipe. If she is going to make sweets, obviously she is not going to choose chili powder. If she wants to make idli, obviously she will not go to wheat. Please understand. So she wants to be very clear as to what she is going to cook, and accordingly she will choose the ingredient. Yes or no? Simple common sense. Because the ingredient will decide the food. I hope I made it very simple. So whatever you do outside is a result of what is inside your mind. Long ago, nearly 15 years ago, I was invited by a school somewhere near south. And a teacher brings me a student And something very interesting which she took it from his school bag. It was this. If you see, there is a rod, there is a vector here, there are pointed things, and the teacher said he holds it like this, goes on punching people with this. If you see how rusted it is, you will know how many years ago I took it. Now let us take the behavior of the student using this to go harm somebody, violence. Now this activity, this behavior cannot happen without a thought. You should have thought about it, how he wants to hit. Like a mother thinks about what she wants to cook and put it on the dinner table. Then she goes for the ingredient. If it is idli, she knows what to do for idli. If it is chapatis, she will know what to put for chapati. And so this student should have thought about what should I have to harm. So he goes for things like this, and how meticulously he has welded. He should have gone to somebody and do it. Now, this is what I say, your quality of your mind will decide the quality of your thoughts. The quality of your thoughts will decide the quality of your actions. The quality of your actions will decide the quality of your feelings, and the quality of your feelings and thought together, when it is repeated several times, will become a habit. So at every point of time think, what is my mind filled with? What is my container filled with? Your mind is a very, very sacred place. Very sacred place. More sacred than a church, a temple or a mosque. Because your future resides there. Because your dreams reside there. Because you are going to make your life happen in your mind first, then you make it happen in the real world. The more valuable a property is, the more careful you will be as to what enters, what does not enter, what should not enter, what cannot enter, what you will not permit to enter. Supposing you have a valuable piece of a plot of land, you will go and see what is there. If somebody comes and puts their garbage, you are not going to feel happy about it. If somebody comes and puts lot of gold ornaments, yes, you will say, yes, I want it. Because it is valuable. You have your house, you keep your house under lock and key. Anybody entering, you will look at the person. Is he a desirable person? Do I know him? Is he going to do good for me? Allow him inside. If a thief comes and puts the bell and say, I have come to rob your house, will you open your house? In fact, you'll be so careful to put fire alarm, to put burglar alarm. You will put many things to stop bad people entering. Yes or no? So the black, let us say, it represents bad thoughts. As it enters, you should recognize this thought is not going to do good for me. The green represents good thoughts. A white represents a neutral thought. I am trying to make it very simple so that you are clear about what is happening before a behavior takes place outside you. A behavior cannot take place at random. There has to be a meaning. Somebody should have triggered, something should have triggered that thought. I may make one or two more episodes on this so that you understand the role played by the brain and the mind. So you have the mind, which is a container. You have the thoughts, which is a content. Then you have the feeling associated when something enters. Do I want it or not? Then you are conscious whether it will do good for me or bad for me. So broadly, you can divide the thoughts into, take one hand, useful thoughts. Louder. Useless thoughts. Yeah, useful thought is, I want to get up in the morning 5 o'clock. Useful thought. Useless thought, let me go and quarrel with people. Useless thoughts. Empowering thoughts. Say that. Empowering thought means it gives you the power. Then you start looking at how much should I be scoring in the 10th standard exam or the 9th standard exam or the plus 2 exam. Empowering thoughts. Power comes from the thoughts. Disempowering thought. Take it this hand. Disempowering thought. Say that. Evil thoughts. Good thoughts. Now, evil thoughts will give you ideas to do evil things, like evil person. You know this proverb, an idle man's mind is a devil's workshop. So be conscious to what thought enters your mind. At every point of time, check yourself, what is in my mind? Like every time you check what is in your container. Checking every time who is in your house. All of a sudden, you open your house, you find strangers sitting there, you are shocked and you say, please leave. But all of a sudden, you find a very, very important person whom you love so much, a very valuable person sitting. You say, Namaste, I wanted to meet you. I'm happy you have come. So welcoming good people and asking bad people to leave. Similarly, welcoming good thoughts and deleting bad thoughts. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? At every point of time, you be very, very clear. Be conscious, is it a good thought? If it is so, encourage. If it is a bad thought, Alt, Control, Delete. Alt, Control and Delete. As the quality of your thoughts, so will be the quality of your actions. Then how do you encourage good thoughts? You should have some pegs. You know what a peg is now? These fans are resting on a peg. You go hang your shirt or a dress in a hanger. If there is no hanger, it will fall. For a thought, for a good thought, you should have a good peg, which means your goals. Fill it up. Fill up your day with important things, like reading assignments, writing assignments, games assignments, sports assignments, literary assignments. Otherwise, your mind, if it is idle, it will be a devil's workshop. So the message I wanted to convey to you is, beware of the content of your container, which is your mind. It is very sacred. Don't allow it to be polluted. That's the reason. That's what I wanted to convey to you. Okay?
SRMJV is not just a school, it's a one-time experience.
VM Nagar, Tiruvallur,